Welcome back to another Monday morning mentoring. Today, I am going to talk about a topic that's a little controversial among the health and fitness world. And well, it's all about the D word, not diets. It's actually about detoxes. Now, this is definitely something that might change how you think about them, either pro or con. I'm a big fan of detoxes. But what I want to talk about today is hopefully going to reset some of your ideas around detoxing. Before I get into that, if we haven't met before, I'm the founder of Yogilachi, and we help our clients drop the weight naturally. So getting that optimal movement, mindset, and nutrition, you're going to get healthy from the inside out. And so we specialize in that. Okay, so a lot of people really love the idea of doing a detox. I'm a fan of them. I have detox protocols for pretty much every organ of the body. But exactly what a detox includes generally depends upon, well, it actually depends upon who you're talking to, right? There's all kinds of shake detoxes and programs that you can get involved in. There are some that might involve, the drinks, supplements, lymphatic massages that can help with detoxing. Definitely spending some more time in the bathroom. You can do it from both ends, detoxing, you name it, right? But basically, it is all about trying to create a clean, really fresh, restart, a healthy slate for your body. Maybe lose a few pounds, right? Remember though, detoxing is not necessarily a diet. That's not ideal unless you're loaded with toxins, and that's what's the weight issue. So what I want to talk about though, and let's not forget this idea, because I have a suggestion that might flip your thinking. And what if instead of detoxing the body, we detoxed what we put in the body, on the body, around the body? And when I say body, because the mind is in the body, I'm talking about that as well. And I want to get across this. Your body already has an amazing built-in detox system. Every organ, the liver, the kidneys, right? Of course, your intestines. There is a natural built-in system. The lymphatic system is in a complete, beautiful detoxification process. It is built in to help the body to remove toxins, to remove waste, right? And I mean, the skin is one of the biggest organs that is detoxing. So you have to think about what you're putting on that skin as well as in the body. And this is something that a lot of people miss. And it's so interesting to me because I'll look at everything else they're putting in their body and then find out they're putting something on their body, even injecting like the most toxic substance in the world, like Botox, and they wonder why they're sick. So what I want to say here, and I really hope this helps kind of flip the switch on this so that you can achieve your goals, whether it's the weight loss goals, whether it's building a healthier immune system. I think this approach can really help you. So I have 8 ways that I think will absolutely boost your body's detox system and create a strong, high performance body and mind. All right. So the first one that I have is limit alcohol. This is one of those things where your liver, it performs so many functions. We don't even know how many functions. I think 560 was the last that they could figure out in science, but I'm sure we'll discover more and more that the liver actually performs every single day to support your health. And too much alcohol definitely can make it harder for it to do its normal job, just its normal everyday job, right? So one of the ways you can do this is to I know it's been promoted, well, have a glass of wine, and there are multiple other things that actually support your system than drinking alcohol. Maybe that's a controversial, that's why I started with it first, because I personally do not drink alcohol. And I will use it for medicine. However, I have it for tinctures and tonics, and I will use it for medicine because it can carry medicine quickly to the organs. But just as a general everyday habit, probably want to cut down on that if you're having a drink every single day, right? The second one is a big one, and that is getting enough sleep. This is probably the number one issue that when clients come to me and they have struggled with yo-yo dieting and stress, high cortisol, and their energy levels, it's sleep. So during the day, your waste builds up, right? It builds up actually in your brain. And the sleep is actually the time when you're sleeping. This is when the brain does something called, it's like it's washing itself out. Think about it, when you go to sleep, there is literally like a whole set of, the housekeepers are coming in and they're cleaning your brain out. I can get into a little bit more with regards to autophagy, and this is a really important topic. At some point, I'll go into it a little bit further to understand, but this is where it allows for your body to do the housekeeping and a better job. That's why we do want to not eat so much right before bed, especially ideal, definitely not the alcohol, but 3 to 4 hours. If you can not have food about 3 hours, 4 hours before bed, that would be the best, because what happens is now your body can focus on cleaning and not having to digest. If that is like overwhelming because you eat right before you go to bed right now, that could be a culprit and reason why you're having trouble sleeping. So just back that off a little bit at a time, just a little bit of time. Definitely drink the water. And that comes to my third one. So water is one of those super important key things. And it's also, now I have to talk about what kind of water. Pure water. I'm talking about pure water. If you look at some of the bottles that are on the market right now, there are additives, excipients, things that are put into that water that is not healthy for your body. And so you're thinking you're getting some good water and it's not. So be really mindful of getting pure, clean water and drinking that regularly, because that is one of the best ways to help your body naturally, right? It has to have water. Dehydration is a big issue around the whole process of weight loss, energy. It affects everything. Besides that, it of course moves the waste through, and if you're constipated constantly, right, it's often dehydration. Okay, so the next one that I have is sort of related to water, in that don't eat too much salt. Now, minerals is one thing, and I don't personally use salt. I use either seaweed, dulse, nori. I'll use that to salt my foods if I know I'm needing more salts, because I want all of the minerals that are in salts that I possibly need, versus getting something that's been stripped of numerous minerals and we're just putting one type of mineral in. So you want to be mindful of that as well. Among other things, it can definitely lead to the body retaining water when you are having too much salt. And so a lot of processed packaged foods contain extra sodium, right? That is, ideally, you want to really look at that and be aware of that. That's one of the things I test with my clients. I'm looking at their sugars and their salts and seeing what that ratio is, because that's another component that if your cells are not getting the correct, let's say, life force in there with the minerals, there's a lack of a spark, right? Think of a spark plug and there's no arc of energy. So your energy can be really, really depleted around these types of things. And specifically looking at if you are swollen, especially when we have the heat, and I'll see folks have, they're holding on to water around their ankles or around their certain body parts, right? So belly for sure. So we want to be mindful of that. The fifth one actually I have is avoiding the sugar processed foods. I say it a lot, but this again is something you're putting in your body. You're constantly adding more toxins. I liken this to creating a deficit, right? So you can't keep taking money out of the bank account and expect you have reserves. And every time you put in the sugar and the processed foods, you are creating that deficit, and the body's having to go into major detox. Otherwise, of what it normally has to do, now it's above and beyond. And so now we get this just this situation where, well, I'll just bring it up: diabetes, obesity, and then we know with disease like that, these are preventable. So being active is the next one. This is something where moving your body, it doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, I have to go out and go to the gym for an hour. It's literally just moving your body throughout the day. I love this saying, motion is lotion for your joints, for your body. It's so true. And if you can get up and move a little bit, it's going to help move those organs, especially if you sit a lot. Try to lift, move a little bit so that your organs are not compressed. That is a big piece, because the organs being compressed, they can't do their job and do their function completely, right? The next one, this is around that, what we're putting on our body, because you really need to choose your self-care products, your home cleaning products wisely. And when I say wisely, I'll just say carefully. You need to look at the labels. You need to look at what's in them. And if you don't know what's on that label and you don't know what they are, I wouldn't put it on there. Think about this. If you put it, your skin is like a big mouth and it's taking on everything you put on. I make all of my own skincare products. Even my shampoo is ingredients I know, like 5 ingredients that I know specifically, right? Whether it's shea butter, coconut butter. And I have an awesome class on that. Another video that I have free on that I've taught in the community of showing how you can do that from deodorant, toothpaste that is easy, natural, delicious, and wonderful for your body, your skin, your teeth, right? This is so important, because if you go into any store, you're going to see rows and aisles of pretty marketed and pretty packaged products that are so toxic for your body. And so be mindful of that. All right, the 8th one that I have is unplug. I actually wrote down here, unplug from all media. I think this is so important. We've got to take time to unplug. And ideally, empty your mind, like literally just empty everything for at least 5 minutes a day. So that is meditation, but a lot of folks will meditate like with a chant or something coming in, input. Sometimes we need nothing, literally nothing, just empty, unplug, empty, and breathe for 5 minutes. It is the one thing that literally changes everything for me. 5 minutes a day. You can do that. That would be pretty powerful. And it reminds me of one of my mentors said this early on when I was training in nutrition and holistic health and in all the other components of, natural foods and working through that. And he basically cut to the chase and just said, all disease is a spiritual disease. And I think that we have lost touch with that insight. And it makes it harder for our body to function and our brains to function. So we need to take the time. And I hope you'll look at some of these 8 that I've shared with you and discover for yourself that it's not so, you don't need another thing to add. We actually need to let go of and shift how we're doing some of the basic things, some of the fundamental things. I feel like when you support your body in this way with what I consider a healthy, holistic lifestyle, now one that works for your schedule, one that works for your lifestyle, right? I'm not telling you to go on a 3-day fast or to exercise an hour every day on the gym. These are things that are doable. I really feel that every one of these is doable. Maybe if you're used to this direction, then there's a subtle direction that you need to do and take one bite size at a time. Those small doable changes compound over time. But the thing is, you won't need a quick fix, which I often find folks that do detoxes are looking for a quick fix. So let me say that again. When you put in basics around a healthy lifestyle like these, you won't need the quick fixes. You won't have the emergency situation where you're having to do that quick fix or something like a sledgehammer. Let's take it with these bite size. And I think you'll find you're going to like life so much better, right? But if you want help making that a reality, that's what I'm here for. My Yogilachi Transform program is all about a holistic approach. Yogilachi is a blend of yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi. It's natural foods and working on getting you healthy and confident, anti-fragile confidence from the inside out. That's what I love helping my clients do. So if that sounds interesting to you, definitely message me and I'll share more details. In the meantime, make it an amazing week. Let me know how if you try one or some of those, let me know how it goes. I'm really interested. Okay. Have an amazing week. Bye for now.